Today is Monday, December 2nd, and today's agricultural fact of the day pertains to yet another food recall. No, it's not about the carrots this time, and no, it's not about the ground beef. It's about the eggs. Today's ag fact. FDA has issued an egg recall which involved nearly 11,000 cartons of 24-count organic eggs that were sold in Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. The recall was initiated after the company determined that eggs not intended for retail distribution were instead packaged and distributed in retail packaging. Now, first of all, I have some questions about this, and I Googled it a little bit, and I haven't been able to find an answer. So one thing growing up is that we are always warned not to eat raw eggs because of the risk of salmonella. So I'm curious, and I did some researching, and I could not find an answer to this. Why specifically these eggs are recalled when all we've been told growing up is that eggs need to be cooked in order to eat them? I don't get it, because salmonella is naturally occurring in a chicken's digestive tract, and that is where the chance for salmonella contamination comes from, is when the egg is laid and if it is not properly sanitized. So that's the only thing that I can think of. Now, I did look up, the farm name was Hanson Brook Farms, and it has a group of, I think, 10 organic farms, and it's actually based in New York State. Franklin, New York is where the home company is located. And I just couldn't, I don't know, I can't find an answer to this. So if you know more about this recall and why it was recalled, the only thing that I can think of is that if sanitization processes were not properly done, like not following HACCP or whatever control points they have to follow in their procedures. But it was just interesting to me, because one thing that we all have been told our pretty much our entire lives is not to eat raw cookie dough because it has eggs in it, and the eggs are raw. I'm sure that there is a valid reason for this. I just don't know what that reason is. So these were Costco brand eggs. So if you are watching this and you're in one of those states that I mentioned and you shop at Costco and you buy those organic eggs, you may want to look at it. In the articles that I found, they did release a Julian date that is on the recalled packages. Let me see if I can pull that up. The Julian date that they stated would be stamped on the recalled packages is 3/27, which means that it was packaged on November 22nd. Here's the ironic part, though, because most people don't realize that our package dates are put on egg cartons in the form of a Julian date. So I did find that a little bit interesting. But yeah, if you have any insight on this, please feel free to share that. Also, it does appear to be a winter wonderland outside. Lots of big fluffy lake effect snow. I'll just give you a quick snapshot of the current situation outside, which in any other scenario would be wonderful to look at. However, at the end of every class period, I have to run my children into the school, which really under any other circumstance would not be bad, but with these big fluffy snowflakes, they tend to leave quite the bit of moisture on the top of my head. And I forgot my coat at home today.